Okay, so I want to just kind of go over this whole thing that's happening right now because it's all tied together. This is so phenomenal, guys. It's just so it's so unbelievable. So I want to tie the whole thing together for you. So I want you to think about this. Before I got saved, I was a pro skydiver. I was an artist. I had an art gallery. I did a lot of stuff. One of the things I did was I developed a type of art, and right here behind me, you'll see a piece of that artwork. Wow, it's really wild because it's getting washed out by a really bright light. Let me see. There we go. You'll see right here behind me a piece of that art on the wall. A lot of people said, "What's the coffin on the wall behind you, Jonathan?" And that used to be my parachute rack. The arms of the cross I used to hang. I had two parachutes, and I hung one on each arm of the cross. That used to stand freely in the room. I just took it off the stand and put it on the wall because I didn't want to get rid of it. So anyway, what's really fascinating is I developed this type of art that was using light as my medium, and I used light to paint images. So I'd use the light as the paint. Now, here's the thing that's just fascinating. Before I got saved, I had done, and you're going to see this in just a minute in the other room, I did a big bar countertop. On that bar countertop, it showed a female egg being fertilized. The female egg, not only it showed all the sperm fertilizing it, trying to fertilize it. That same image turned into the sun, and then it showed the Garden of Eden and sexual intercourse occurring. It had angels coming down from heaven having sex with human females. I had never even read the Bible. Did you know that? Never even. I don't even know if I had opened the Bible and read one passage at that point in my life when I carved what you're about to see now. Here's the point. Right behind me right there is a piece of art I did. It's the Garden of Eden. I took spray paint and I spray painted plexiglass. And then I'd take a 7.5-inch grinder and grind the paint into it. So all you can do is motion. You can't make any real precise images with a 7.5-inch grinder, but you can make the motion of a body. You can make the shape of a neck and the head. So anyway, on that image behind me, it's the Garden of Eden. I put Eleuthera, my girlfriend, and I in the Garden of Eden. What's really strange is in that room is the Garden of Eden as well. You know what's really strange? The night I got saved, I walked out of an alley, and there is Adam in the Garden of Eden. You know what's even weirder? After the Grand Junction event, driving home from Colorado, the Lord, I told one of my phones, take me to San Antonio. And I went on this really crazy route through the mountains, through Colorado, through Texas, through back roads. It was really bizarre. I ended up in Eden, Texas. You guys just got through seeing all the videos, all the documentation. Now, to finish this, I'm going to give you a testimony at the end of this video. And I'm going to tie all these things together. It's unbelievable. The Lord just keeps telling me, behold, I come quickly. I'm coming quickly, Jonathan. Warn everybody, get ready. Tell everybody to get ready. I'm going to show you how he communicated that to me. I'm going to go turn the lights on outside so you guys can see this image. Here's the actual piece of art. It's on this frame. This thing, the Lord told me to put over it when George was working for me, oddly enough. And that's what he used to communicate to me what he wanted on my parachute. This says V, and then 4, and then vengeance is upside down, V for vengeance. And it happens to be right over the piece that's myself and Eleuthera, my girlfriend, in the Garden of Eden. What's up with the Garden of Eden thing? You'll see. Okay, so now I'm just going to kind of see if I can get it at an angle where you can see it. There's a lot of washout on this thing right now, but and the bars from the window make it difficult. I'll show it to you in the show notes, but there's the back of my head, and there's my neck coming down and my shoulders. So shoulders to neck, shoulder to neck. This is the back of my head and hair. And I'm looking at this female right here that's looking right at me. And then down here at the very bottom, you'll see this serpent. See this See the serpent starting to wrap around the whole thing? And then there was there's a little hole right there in the plastic. Glad that AC went off. There was a little hole right there in the plastic. And I used that hole to make the eye of the serpent. So there's the serpent wrapped around Jonathan and Lou in the Garden of Eden. It looks like a prison now, doesn't it? Because of the shadow made by the window. Okay, now, a lot of people have asked about this. I just wanted so y'all to know what it is. That's the logo from my sunglass company. It's a V with fangs with a bat underneath. That's made out of copper. It was quite an undertaking to make this thing. And it's a cross. It's a coffin, and it makes a cross. And there's an image of a crucifixion. There's like the head. You'll see the head and the chest and the arms going up. And as I zoom out, you'll see the body. And then down at the bottom, those are flames. And I did this before I got saved, so nobody get all weird. It's just a piece of art. And it had my logo from my sunglass company on it. And that's what that is. And it used to freestand. And I used to hang my parachutes on it. Okay, so anyway, that's what it is. And I hung on to it. Of course I hung on to it. So here's what's so strange. The Garden of Eden, right there behind me. Lou and I in the Garden of Eden. In that room over there, you're going to see the Garden of Eden. The night I got saved, I walked out of an alley into the Garden of Eden on a stained glass window. And Jesus ascending into heaven. Coming back from Grand Junction after the sanctifying event that the Lord had me do. He took me to Eden, Texas. And it showed Eve in the Garden of Eden with a trophy buck. Like one that you would be hunting. And the mural was on the side of a meat packing plant. Just try and wrap your brain around that. Instead of Adam, there was a trophy buck, for hunting. Get it? It's unbelievable. So now I'm going to give you the testimony after I show you that other Garden of Eden in there. I'm going to give you the testimony that happened just the other day with me and Corey and Kat again. And it was just unbelievable how the Lord's communicating what's coming. He's coming. The King's coming. I'm a harbinger. My coat of arms is a crown and a trumpet. The Lord told me to look up your coat of arms, Jonathan. I didn't know Kleck had a coat of arms until the Lord told me to look it up. It's a crown and a trumpet because I'm supposed to announce the arrival of the King, of course. Okay, so there we go. Now let's go look at the other one. Okay, so I want to make a point very quickly. So here is a piece of art I did that's the Garden of Eden. That's Lou and I in the Garden of Eden. I put this piece of plexiglass over this at the time George worked for me. The Lord told me to do it. That's the way he used, that's the way he communicated to me what to put on my parachute. This says V and the word for and then vengeance upside down. I was like, why are you having me do that? I didn't really know, but that's what he used to communicate to me what to put on my parachute for the Grand Junction event. Now, oddly enough, in this room, that's my art room behind me, I'm going to start backing in, this massive piece of art that's behind me, this whole thing is Michael the Archangel coming from heaven with a myriad of angels, and this is all the Garden of Eden down here, this whole thing. This is all the Garden of Eden down here. And then there's xenomorphs coming out of the pit, and there's images of naked women all over this thing, and angels coming down from heaven having sex with human women. I'd never read the Bible. I had never even heard about that's the story in the Bible. Never even heard it. But yet I carved it in metal using lights as a source of paint. So I use lights as my medium. That's unbelievable. Now, let me just give you the testimony about the Garden of Eden. No, don't forget. Let's see if I can turn this on real quick. Let's see if I can turn this on. Rats. Hang on one sec, guys. Let me see if this will come on. 1 second. Come on. Let me see. Let's see. Maybe this will come on real quick. Let's see. No. Anyway, I'm trying to turn this on because this is the poster of Barack Obama in the Garden of Eden. And it's a serpent. There's the eye of the serpent. There's the eye of the serpent. There's the fang of the serpent. I mean, this is a no-brainer. That serpent is so easy to see when you point it out. There's the eye coming to the nose, eye coming to the nose, fang is a sperm. I mean, this is all about the Garden of Eden. Everything has ended up at the Garden of Eden. So now let me just give a testimony. Unbelievable stuff that's happening right now. And that's this confirmation that I'm coming quickly and Eden's going to be restored. And I'll tell you how all that transpired. I know, I'm just overwhelmed. Like, okay.